everybody. So I'm just getting off work, and I couldn't wait to come home to do this because I want to refurbish these two AK mags. I bought these at the Tucson Prepper Fest and Gun Show over the weekend, and they were $6 a piece. They're Eastern European mags. They're not Korean ones, but they are Eastern European ones, and they're stuck. They're seized up. They're very similar to the ones that CDNN had on sale the other day, or last week, whatever it was. And you can see there's a couple places where they're rusted and a little bit of pitting, but they are AK mags, and basically as long as they're not in pieces, they're going to work. But I'm going to refurbish these, and I'm going to take you step by step how I'm going to refurbish them. So here we are. Got the mags, got a 2-liter of Coke, got a container that you can fit the mags and the Coke in, and some rubbing alcohol, fingernail polish remover, anything like that will work, and some towels in the back, which you can use shop rags, whatever. But let's get started. So I'm going to take my container, and I'm going to leave these just fully assembled. You could take them apart if you want to. I'm not going to. I'm going to, about halfway through this process, I'm going to take the base plate off to see if this has started to free up yet. I'm going to put that in there, face down, bullets down. A little bit of Coke. That is one tall glass of Coke. Cold too. And I'm going to leave them like that. Can't waste all the party Coke. But as you can see, the mags are not completely submerged, because here in a few hours what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out and I'm going to see if those followers have freed up. If they have, I'm going to go ahead and take the base plate off and rinse it off, and then flip it over and put it back in there and let it soak some more. So, see you in a few hours. Alright, so it's been about 45 minutes, and I know I said it was going to be a couple hours, which it still will be a couple hours, but I just want to check on them, see if it has done any good yet, see if the followers are freed up yet. Still going to let them soak for a couple hours, but if the followers have freed up, then maybe I can work them back and forth a little bit, then dunk them back in here and so on. So let's see. Make sure it all drips in there. I don't want to waste any Coke, you know. This stuff's even good afterwards. Just kidding. It doesn't look like... Oh! Check that out! Don't want that to fall over. Okay, so it's not returning all the way yet, but it has definitely freed up. So let's check the other one. And this is a mixture of like dried old Cosmoline and rust. So the rust is going to take a little longer to free up. Yeah, buddy. Freed up. Not returning all the way yet, but it is freed up. So I'm going to let those soak a while longer. and we'll see in another, I don't know, hour. We'll come back and check on it. Alright everyone, so it's been about an hour since I last checked on them, which makes for, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours. And let's see here. Can't waste that Coke, we'll drink that later. Okay, they're still free, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the base plate off of these. Wow. Get out the Mosin bayonet. There we go. Let's see what was holding us up here. Doesn't really look like anything. It looks like it was probably just some dried up cosmoline. So, let's see here. Look inside there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush and some of the Coke, brush it out a little bit, see if I can get that to slide back and forth, and see if we can get some more back. Well, it looks really clean in there. Okay, do the same with powder. I can feel like grease on powder, so that's the problem. Let's go squeeze right out there. And rust and everything else. How's rusting back there? And why am I using Coca-Cola? Because it's cheap and it works. You don't have to buy really expensive cleaners. Well, something's catching. I couldn't tell you what it is. I think it's right here though. But the inside of this magazine is clean. Let's take the other one apart. Leave that sit. Take the other one apart and see what happens. Okay, this one I've got to flip over and let this end soak too, because it's not. There we go. Just a little bit more force needed. Okay, so that one came out real nicely. As you can see, the Coke is taking the finish off, which is fine because we're going to repaint it in a little bit. Alright, so what we got is this magazine is completely free now, except for one heavy spot of rust that's right up in there. And I'm gonna have to maybe sand that a little bit, or hit it with some steel wool because the Coke's not going to eat that all the way. But I'm going to go ahead and let it soak a little longer and see what happens. Now back to this one. Okay, so I got the other magazine back together. It's freed up and it seems to be working fine. The reason I couldn't get it back together before was the sides of the followers were a little beat up, or the side of the follower was a little beat up. All I did was take a hammer out on the concrete floor and just kind of tap it back into square, and it went right in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and, this one seems to be fine here, so I'm not going to soak this end anymore. But to eat any more cosmoline off the bottom end, I'm going to go ahead and soak the bottom half of this. Like that. And come back in a little while. Alright, so what I've got here is, excuse me, what I've got here is these magazines are now been through their Coke bath and scrubbed them out with that wire brush. The followers are free, really free. Rinsed all the Coke off of them. Now we're going to hit them with some alcohol. Like I said, you can use fingernail polish remover or whatever, but this is how I'm going to do it. So, got the alcohol and a piece of medium grit Scotch-Brite, or not Scotch-Brite, I'm sorry, but steel wool. And I'm just going to scrub them down a little bit. Get them really cleaned off before I throw paint on them. And I'm going to take some paper towel here, wipe them clean. And these guys are ready for paint. Alright, so since it's getting late, and it looks like there might be a storm moving in, what I did is I'm just going to give them a quick and dirty camouflage job. Took this nylon strap. You can use paracord to do this, but just push the follower down, pinch the paracord or nylon strap in there, let it up, and it holds itself. You don't have to disassemble the magazine or anything. So let's just start with this flat camouflage paint. You can get it like Walmart and Home Depot and all that. I got the tan and the OD green. Now, flat grill paint also works very well for this. Okay, that's good enough for that one. And this one's already starting to flatten out, so that means it's starting to dry. I'm just going to give it some stripes and random patterns in the green, just to give it like a little bit of a desert camo, I guess. Like I said, there's $6 magazines that I had to soak in Coca-Cola, beat with a Mosin bayonet, scrub out with a nozzle brush from a welder, and then re-soak them in Coca-Cola. And so now, like I said, quick and dirty. That one. And that one. Yep. I think that's the nice thing about camouflage. It's pretty random. So that's it. Quick and dirty and cost efficient. That's the biggest thing about doing your magazines with the Coke method. Just soaking them in some Coke, scrubbing them out a little bit, using some fingernail polish remover to prep it before paint. It's cheap. You don't have to go out and buy expensive cleaners, expensive oils and strippers and all this other stuff. Soak it in Coke, work it a little bit of elbow grease, and you take some $6 mags and turn them into some pretty decent steel magazines. As you can see, this stuff dries quick. But yeah, that's one of the magazines where the follower was stuck, and all kinds of nasty. So there we go. Let's take the other one off and check it out. Don't you fall. There you go. $6 rusted, full of cosmoline, aka steel mags. I'm going to get to shoot them this weekend, so there you go. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something. Maybe you got a better way of doing it, maybe you don't, but this way definitely works, and it's definitely very inexpensive. Thanks for listening.